you'll get to points in your life when you will ask yourself, can you make life better? And the answer is yes. To a certain extent, there's always extreme circumstances. But this is what I would share with you, what I practice in my own life to try to improve my life on a daily basis. The work of your life never stops. You can never retire from working to improve your life. Remember that. Because a lot of people, they're just focusing on retiring from work, or they're already retired, or they're disabled, or they're wealthy, or the work of your life never stops. Once you accept that, you can strive to get through each day better. And that's the key. Build your life day by day. Okay, and so start with focusing on yourself, not your parents, not your children, not world politics, yourself. That is where most people fail. They try to change their lover. They try to change their kids. They try to change the world. They put their energy into trying to help someone else or make someone else's life better. They volunteer when they haven't worked on their own life. And I understand, I've been through that, and I'm not saying you should never volunteer, you should never try to help other people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to make your life better, it starts and it ends with the reflection in the mirror. Waking up, taking care of your business, pushing yourself to do things you don't want to do and you want to do. In general terms, that's the foundation of a better life. Then, as you build on that foundation, I recommend to start when you're in the beginning of the process of really trying to re-engineer your life. What you learn, okay, in engineering is the plans change a bunch of times, okay? There's a lot of revisions, but you have to start with a structure of an idea. Okay? And once we just went over the structure, the foundation of how to improve your life, focus on yourself, start with yourself, do things you don't want to do, and things you want to do within your daily routine. Now, strip away every renovation, every engineering project to improve something usually starts with disconnecting things that are not part of the new engineered future. So this is why you can't keep a friend that's not a friend. You can't keep, oh, well, let's just stay friends as an ex-lover. Or you can't just keep the same phone number when you move to a different state because you're scared of losing contact with people. If you're unwilling to disconnect from your past, that's your future. The disconnecting from your old life responsibly and with an engineered plan. So it's like, you get a new job, you don't just disconnect from the old and start. You give your 2-week notice. That there's a process, okay? It's like when you put a new electrical service on your house, you don't just turn the breaker and throw the wires in the other one. There's a process. You have to file for a permit. You have to run the new lines, and there's a time window. There's a time window to disconnect the old service, to reconnect the new one, and then get it inspected. Your life disconnect from associations, friends, families, lovers, places. I remember there was a time in my life where I wanted to improve my life in my 20s. I said, I got to get out of the strip clubs. There was a time to be in the strip clubs and there was a time to leave it. When it's time to, there's a season to make your life better. You got to disconnect. If you don't disconnect from certain things, you're going to move from New Jersey, from the strip club in Elizabeth, New Jersey, to the strip club in Miami, Florida. And all you've done is change the climate, but your life is the same. You haven't changed your life. You haven't improved your life. You haven't made your life better. Disconnect from people, places, things. If you invite your ex-husband or your ex-wife to your Christmas party with your new spouse, with your new lover, just be careful. All right, let's stay positive. Disconnect. You got a foundation, then the first step is disconnect old and responsibly start to transition to new. And this is part of minimalism too. You sell a house before you buy a house. You say, Inspirational Nomad, interest rates are so high, this is so scary. Well, one is when you only have one house, it's not that scary. And that when that one house is below your means, it's not that scary no matter what interest rates are. But when you have 2 houses, 3 houses, then you know, guys, everything fucking, one little thing will throw you over the financial edge. Minimalism means you're really downsizing and you're selling before you're buying and you're not acquiring, and whatever you can't sell, you're throwing out. You're serious. This applies financially, emotionally, every way. So you're disconnecting from things. You're cutting expenses before you add expenses. You're increasing revenue before you just focus on cutting expenses. You want to get ahead. Part of re-engineering your life to a better life is you're trying to get ahead, not just get by. If you try to engineer a life of just getting by, that's what you'll do. And you will never be happy. You will never be inspired. If you have a plan to build a life where you could just get by, you'll end up in the food bank watching free movies on YouTube the rest of your life, depressed. You can't hide inspiration. You can't hide depression. Push. All right. So now you got the foundation, you're disconnecting, and you're reconnecting that which is a priority in your life. Your daily routine, go back to focusing on that, what time you wake up on, where you want to live now that you've sold first, who you want to be around, culture of a community, not just climate. Doing things that inspire you more, but still doing some things that you don't want to do, so you got stable income, so you got stable habits, so you understand discipline. And now you're reconnecting more measured. Now you got to revise as you go. There's nothing more frustrating in any job than doing something and then having to do it again because it's got to get better. But that's every job. From making coffee to making a multi-million-dollar building come to life. Everything requires multiple efforts. And if that puts you off, go back to bed. And most people will go right back to bed. So, oh, fuck, I can't handle it. Roll over. Now, if you're very old and very disabled, this doesn't apply to you. This is for people, guys, in a certain stage. But I always encourage the very old and the very disabled, do something. Just try to get out of bed a little earlier. Try to walk a little bit more. Try to wash yourself. That's it. I'm not going to, go crazy on someone who's very old, who did the work of their life, or is very disabled. But if you're watching this, you got some ability. All right, let's go. So, the foundation, always go back on that. Focus on you, not your kids. Focus on you, not your parents. Focus on you, not world politics. Focus on you. You want to change the world, but you haven't changed your underpants in 2 days. You want to change the world, but you haven't done your laundry. You want to change the world, but you haven't gone to the gym. You want the world to be fairer, but you haven't made a food delivery. You don't want to be depressed, but you don't want to get out of bed. Go back to you. Always remember, when you get lost, go back to you and disconnect from everything that's sucking your energy. Because you get too involved, fuck them. Let them figure. I got to figure out my own shit. Thank God. Click the thumbs up if you appreciate this message. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Okay. Look, focus on you, then disconnect from things that dissociate, then reconnect to things that inspire you. Your side hustles, your new transfer, your new location, and don't bring your old life with you. Don't bring your old habits, your old associations with you. Again, you're in a strip club in New Jersey, you're going to go to a strip club in Miami. Why you haven't changed your habits? Reestablish yourself with new habits. Okay? You can't smoke cigarettes and be healthy. Okay? You got to focus on yourself. Okay? So look, guys, there's so many more things I can say, and everyone has their own individual situation with so many different variables, but in general, guys, I nailed it, okay? And girls. Okay? But do you agree with it? Some people do, some people don't. I want everyone to live a great life, but no one bother me. Why? I think it's fair. I'm not bothering you. You clicked on the video. You're watching it for free. Come on. What else do you want in life, guys? If you don't want to watch, don't watch. You ain't get paid a fucking penny for it, okay? So, you should be very happy with this video. Click the thumbs up, share the video, subscribe. Leave a positive comment. And if you can't leave a positive comment, guys, just roll over. Okay, stay positive. I love you. I nailed it again. Thank you, Lord.